It's time to start the wrestling show in...
And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling. He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show.
Well, welcome to The Wrestling Show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of Representing the WWE and live from the Canada Life Center in Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's in Canada. It is Monday Night Raw. Air date August the 14th, 2023. This episode is, of course, the ever-concluding aftermath of SummerSlam. Now, before we get started in the show, just a quick shout-out to the non-competitors. That's right, the non-competitors. First and foremost, representing the authority figure, it's Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, they are the team of Jackie Redmond and Byron Saxton. And heading into the ring, we have the announcer, letting everybody know who's about to fight and the results of such fights. It's, of course, Samantha Irving. And last but certainly not least, it's the commentary crew, the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. That's right. They're the team of... Now, he's one of my personal favorites. He is a future Hall of Famer. He's the man with the raspy yet also soothing voice. My personal man crush, it's Wade Barrett. And backing Wade Barrett up is longtime veteran of over 25 years. It's Michael Cole. Now, without any further ado-s, let's get the show started. Let's get the show started. That's right. Now, usually do start the show with the most dominant force in the show. And right now we got ourselves the Judgment Day. I see clearly, but only 3 of them. That's right. 3 members of Judgment Day come out. And they are, of course, Rhea Ripley, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and Damian Priest. They come out there. And, of course, Rhea Ripley does her spiel, talk about how great they are, how they run Raw, or the WWE in general. And, of course, it's Damian Priest. He's a little upset that the fact that, you know what, hey, where's Finn Balor? So, yeah, I mean, they're saying that things aren't going so well. With the, but right now, Finn Balor is going to smash the hell out of Cody Rhodes. But where is Finn Balor right now? And Damian Priest is like, hey, Dominic. Hey, Dominic, you know where he is? Come on, it's La Familia. You got a problem with this, Dominic? It's Dominic. Dominic didn't say anything, have anything to say. But while they're having a little internal conflicts right now, a little bit of a JD McDonagh shows up. And he has some messages he wants to pass some messages along from, Finn Balor. And Rhea Ripley's like, no! We don't answer to anybody. And if you're not Judgment Day, we're not answering to you. No! So yeah, a little trouble there. And then that's when Sami Zayn decides to run in there for some reason. Sami Zayn decides to run in there. He knows there's nothing, but I don't know. I guess he's so angry. I don't know. Well, clearly, he runs in there to attack, and JD McDonagh tries to stop him at the pass, but he knocks down JD McDonagh. And he gets the ring there, and he, I guess, Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and it's Damian Priest, Rhea, and Dominic. They don't want any part of it. They want any part of the Sami Zayn problem. And of course, Sami Zayn turns to and tries to beat up some, JD McDonagh some more. And that's where, Judgment Day just take off. They go, well, whatever, that's his problem now. But however, while trying to beat up some more JD McDonagh, JD turns things around, and then ends up smashing Sami Zayn into the post. Into the steel post. He smashed his arm into the post. And then he runs him headfirst into the post. And this was weird because right after the commercial break, they put a match together. These people fighting in a ring. These people fighting. JD McDonagh versus, Sami Zayn. This was a really good match. Yeah, there's a couple of things in here where they had to fight outside for a bit there, which kind of ruined it a little bit. They fought out there for about, a little over, maybe 35 seconds. No, over a minute. They fought like over a minute outsider. Anyways, we'll deal with that when it comes. So, the wrestling, these two good fighters, JD McDonagh, Sami Zayn, just incredible athletes inside the ring there. They're great competitors, performers, whatever you call them. It was a great match up till the end. A lot of back and forth. JD McDonagh and Sami Zayn go through a sequence. It was pretty cool. They hit the ropes for continental and international, I should say. And Sami Zayn drops to the ground. He does a leapfrog, jumps to the ground, and he rolls backwards, and then hits. It's like almost like a monkey flip. JD hits the legs, and he gets thrown halfway across the ring. It was beautiful, beautiful move. Nice spot, a lot of air. And JD McDonagh, he's one hell of an athlete, I gotta say. He's got some great moves. Sami Zayn's got the elbow issue. It looks like last week he's got this golf ball growing inside his elbow. Blames it on JD McDonagh. Never happened like that though. But anyways, JD McDonagh, he stands on, Sami Zayn's head, grabs his arm and stands his body and throws himself backwards, drops backwards, trying to pull the arm off Sami Zayn. But however, this fight, like I say, this fight does eventually go outside. Sami Zayn tries to throw, beat up some JD outside. JD ends up draping the arm of Sami Zayn into the barricade that separates the timekeeper's area from the wrestling ring. Sami Zayn then goes to the commentating table to get some solace down there. But JD McDonagh jumps onto his arm, trying to smash that damn elbow, and he falls down to the ground. Now, they go to commercial break about 1 minute into this action of outside the ring. So yeah, referee just does not care about countouts. So yeah, they've been fighting outside for quite a while. And when we get back to the action, they're fighting again inside the ring. Now to the ending sequence, we go Sami Zayn getting a better side of JD, giving his patented exploder suplex to, for things to come, which is going to be one hell of a kick. So Sami Zayn setting up for one hell of a kick. While he's doing that, Finn Balor gets to that ring, and Sami Zayn notices him, and JD McDonagh for the last bit to try to get the best of Sami Zayn at the end part of the match, but however, he puts Sami Zayn down. He goes to the top rope for a massive moonsault, but Sami Zayn meets his face with his feet. Pow, pow, pow! Now, it's not looking good for JD McDonagh. But Finn Balor jumps onto the wrestling ring, the apron, where what he gets punched in the face for all his hard work that he's putting to cheating for JD McDonagh. He gets punched in the face by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn turns his attention to JD McDonagh and finishes off with one hell of a kick, to the face. Over for JD. So yeah, clean victory for Sami Zayn. It was a good match, other than the old fight outside for like however the hell you want to. But the wrestling was great. I appreciate it. And speaking of appreciation, we go backstage. Is with Adam Pearce. And he's got some bad news for Chelsea Green, because you know what? When you're in tag team and your partner is injured, they usually take your belts away and they reward another team championship the titles, whether through a tournament or a match. But it's usually stripped. And if this was NXT, if this was NXT right now, the belts would have been stripped as soon as they found out that the wrestler was injured. But right now, no, things don't happen like that in the main roster. If it did, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens would have been stripped weeks ago. Kevin Owens being seriously injured. I'm not sure what his injuries are, but he's been gone for a couple of weeks now. So yeah, of course, Sonya Deville with a torn ACL. I'm pretty sure she got it taping these ridiculous games with, Austin Creed and his up, down, down show. So it comes down to this. Why? Chelsea Green's worked too hard and long for these belts, and she thinks there's got to be another way that maybe she can replace the lame Sonya Deville with somebody else. It's like, well, I'll hold tryouts, I'll do it. And then we got ourselves a little bit of Casey Catanzaro on, Katana Chance. It's Katana Chance and, what's that? Caden Carter and Katana Chance. They come down to the ring there. And, come down. And they're actually, you know what? I thought this would have happened. I thought the Katana Chance, Caden Carter would have said, hey, listen, those belts need to be dropped. She's injured. And it's time for new champions. And they think we're up for the challenge. What do we got to do to get those belts? Nope, they don't say that. They said, well, you know what? Once you find a new partner, we want to be first in line. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, with that said, got ourselves a little bit of an attack. It's a Piper Niven. Punching in there with punching Katana Chance in the face, knocking her down, and she declaring herself new tag team partner, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, Piper Niven's a tag team champion. For what? For nothing. Just like, I'm a champion now. Period. End of sentence. So much nonsense. What really should happen, it should have happened, is that their belts stripped and some tournament made for new champions. And if Chelsea Green and Piper Niven decide to be a tag team and win it, then that's another story. That's another story. But anyways, Piper Niven declares herself Chelsea Green's partner. Chelsea's like, you know what? I've got auditions, I've got auditions. Well, if you would just give me your name and your number and perhaps your Instagram handle. That was hilarious. Chelsea Green, she's, damn. Her quiffs and her comedic timing, I gotta say. It's the, chef's kiss of compliments. I'm a big fan of Chelsea's. So this is good for Piper because Chelsea she's instant heat. She can bring she's got coattails that can be ridden for days. So next up we got ourselves a Byron Saxton with Cody Rhodes. And it's basically a pre-match interview. Cody Rhodes has a match with Finn Balor, and Cody Rhodes is stretching times talking about the members of Judgment Day, whatnot. And, he's ready for Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes. And what's that? Michael Cole calls him the Beast Slayer. The Beast Slayer. I think Michael Cole suffered a stroke during the weekend. They're going that far? Come on. So now next up we got ourselves the Imperium. It's Gunther with Lip Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. To the ring there, and Gunther takes his position on top of the commentating table to declare, he talks about stuff. He brings down Winnipeg, saying Winnipeg is the armpit of Canada. I heard other places being the armpit of Canada. I didn't hear Winnipeg being that place. But anyways, Winnipegians are all upset. And while he's talking stuff about Winnipeg and whatnot, we got ourselves a little bit of the Alpha Academy. It's Otis, Maxine Dupree, and future challenger to the Intercontinental Championship title. It is Chad Gable. Rhymes with tabla. So they come down there, and then, of course, they talk a little bit more. Then it's Lip Kaiser. He's got the huts for Maxine Dupree. He goes in the ring there, and he wants to, once again, he's smitten by her beauty. He's like, you got the thing. You want to stay with these losers. You come with me. Something like that, yeah. So he ends up getting slapped in the face. He gets slapped in the face for his good, for his thoughts. But it comes down to this. Chad Gable. He's been waiting 10 years for an opportunity. 10 years for an opportunity like this. Like Chad Gable is a multi-time tag team champion. When I say multi-time, I believe it's two-time tag team champion with the Alpha What's that? Both teams called Alpha Academy and American Alpha. So yeah, I guess he's looking for his big opportunity. But right now, he calls up Giovanni. He calls up the big, beautiful, and bald Giovanni Vinci, because right now he's going to have a warm-up match with Giovanni Vinci, and next week, later on, it's going to be a match against Gunther for the championship title. So yeah, this match, Chad Gable and Giovanni Vinci. This was a very good match. It was just a standard 5-minute, a lot of back and forth. This could have been huge, but I don't know. This wasn't that great. Gotta say, wasn't it? It could have been better. Gotta say, and that notification is totally true. So what happens? We got ourselves a little bit of the, it's a lot of back and forth. This match was about a little over 5 minutes. Chad Gable with a couple of good throws on Giovanni Vinci. But here we go. At the end sequence here, Giovanni tries to get the upper hand on Chad Gable. He goes for a massive, a second rope moonsault, hits Chad Gable with it. He picks up Chad, because it's just a second rope moonsault. What is that? He picks up Chad Gable. He tries to do his finishing move, a power bomb. But he doesn't get his natural power bomb on, because Chad Gable, he rolls through it. He counters it. He lands on his feet, and then he gets behind Giovanni Vinci with a massive, I guess you can call this finishing move, the Chaos Theory. It's a O'Connor roll to the German suplex. Now, here's my problem with this move. The German suplex he's starting to do, it's a stalling suplex. So he picks you up, stands you up so you're in here, no movement at all, and then he leans backwards, taking all the mustard away from this move. So there's no mustard in this move whatsoever. There's no off factor in this move, other than he does an O'Connor roll and picks you up. It's like, well, he's strong. But Giovanni Vinci, it's not like whoa, look at him, he just picked up Giovanni Vinci like that. Well, Giovanni Vinci is a cruiserweight, so it's not impressive. And the suplex was just so slow, and it was a finisher. I was shocked it worked. So this was so shocking that Gunther, he was so angry. It's like, this might be the armpit of Canada, but you guys are the armpit of humanity. And he's so angry. It's like he does not want to leave this day like this. So he challenges Otis for a match himself. Gunther versus Otis. Now, this next match, it does happen. This one is about just the same length as the first match, about a little over 5 minutes. Different outcome, obviously, different wrestlers for a different outcome. But I thought Otis was a natural wrestler. I thought he was an amateur wrestler. We showed nothing. Otis has got maybe 100 pounds on Gunther in this, in real life, 100 pounds on him. But Otis, what is his skill set in the ring? Punch and kick guy, big guy that punches and kicks. That's it. Pretty much it. It's disappointing to say the least, I'd say. So, what happens in the match? Gunther, he is such an insane worker. He's one of the greatest out there. And they say in 25 more days from today, from the SmackDown, or from Raw, from the 14th, from 25 more days from the 14th, he's going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history, surpassing the great, he's a honky-tonk man, he's cool, he's cocky, he's bad. That's right. So, will Gunther be holding that belt for another month? Who knows? But I think, the chances are good. But how about this match? This match was, like I say, a little over 5 minutes. Gunther really destroying, Otis in that ring there, just smashing his nose in there, elbowing his bridge of his nose. Now, we get to a point where, Otis, he takes a lot of beatings. When he gets punched or slapped, he absorbs and he shakes his belly. No. He did that with Gunther, too. Gunther to give him a good little slap there. He tried to shake it off. He blocks a kick and he turns things around. Finally, turns things around in this match, Now, the big setup move, the big move in this match is Otis gives Gunther an exploder. It looks like an exploder suplex. And he thinks that was it. That's enough that he has to do to put Gunther away. So Gunther's down and he decides, oh, time to put him away with my caterpillar. So you don't break the caterpillar out on top-notch competitors like Gunther. You break him out like on Drew Gulak's and Akira Tozawa's. You know, that's who you break it out on. So he tries to do the caterpillar on Gunther. He gets a couple caterpillar rolls in there, and then he gets kicked in the face. Big old drop kick to the face. And then it's a big old power bomb. Now, Gunther is about 100 pounds lighter than, Otis. And this power bomb, I'm thinking, how is he going to pick up Otis? But he didn't really pick up Otis. Otis basically did a flip in the air. He picked him up. He just spun around and just dropped him down. There was no, picked Otis up on the shoulders. So Otis was not sitting on Gunther at all. So it was interesting, but Gunther did end up powerbombing Otis, ending the match in over 5 minutes. But after the match, however, Chad Gable got the last laugh. He snuck in there and got a cheeky German suplex on, Gunther. Then they left. So after that, we go backstage. It is with a little bit of the Judgment Day. Judgment Day. I'll iron out some problems. Rhea Ripley. She thinks they're so fractured now that people aren't afraid of the Judgment Day anymore. They're not the dominant force. And then JD McDonagh comes in there. And Damian Priest like, oh, what the hell are you doing here? This is Judgment Day business. And Finn Balor's like, oh, no. Don't worry about him. We got to worry about ourselves. So basically, it's going to be a match. Finn Balor's main event match with, Cody Rhodes. And it comes down to this. They want to set an example on Cody Rhodes to prove to the WWE that, yes, you shouldn't be trifling with the Judgment Day. Basically comes down to that. So, yeah, they want to set an example. Will it happen or not? Who knows? We'll find out later. So with that, we go backstage with Jackie Redmond with Drew McIntyre. He's back. And the question is, what's next for Drew? And before any answers can be, any questions can be answered, we got ourselves a little bit of a riddle, Matt Riddle in there. And riddle me this. Apparently, the Viking Raiders have the authority to have an open challenge match. Open challenge match. The Viking Raiders, really? Who are the Viking Raiders? They've been jobbing every time. They're like new Lucha House Party, the super heavyweights of the Lucha House Party. They're the new Lucha House Party. What I say? Because they're just jobbers. So who are they? They're not belt winners. They're not belt owners. To throw an open invitational. So regardless, Matt Riddle, he decides to take that open invitational, and he's inviting Drew McIntyre to be his tag team partner. But Drew's like, I'll think about it. If you don't get a partner by the time the match starts, I'll think about it. Really. So I wonder how long Drew McIntyre's got to think about being Riddle's partner, Matt Riddle's partner. Matt's like, he didn't say no. Woo, yeah. Yeah, bro. So anyways, the match is now. Matt Riddle's music hits. He goes to the ropes, hits the rings there. And then the Viking Raiders go to the ring there. Eric and Ivar with Valhalla at their side. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's finally Drew McIntyre's music hits. And they go down the ring. Now, what's great about this tag team match? I gotta say, I was impressed. The tag ropes were used all the time. Drew McIntyre was on the ball. This was a legitimate tag team match. No joking. No rules were bent. Now, however, this was, the Viking Raiders. And it showed a couple things. One thing here is the Viking Raiders were getting demolished by Drew McIntyre. I think Matt Riddle was the only one in the match here. Obviously, him and Drew McIntyre. Matt Riddle was there to make the match look like it's competitive. And then Drew McIntyre was there to smash the holy hell out of the Viking Raiders. And that's how it happened, the whole match. No, they had a moment here. They fought outside the ring, and they fought about half a minute outside the ring. Half a minute outside the ring. It was 2-on-1, where Eric throws Matt Riddle face first into scissors. into his scissors, face first into Ivar's scissors his face, and then basically santons, just sit down santons him outside the ring. They do that for like 30 seconds, about 30 seconds. You throw Riddle back in the ring there. Every time Riddle tags out, it's always a hot tag in for Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre gets tagged in, and he goes hamtown on the Viking Raiders. They just get thrown around like a bunch of morons, like little guys, like nothing, like a bunch of jobbers. Like Eric gets German suplexed out of his boots, just thrown across the ring. Now here's one thing, Ivar. I always say this: Ivar is one talent. He's a talented guy. I think if Ivar was on a different path, if he wasn't with the Viking Raiders, I'm sure Ivar would be a champion by now, many times over. It showcases this here too, even though this was a move taken by Ivar. It was like if this move wouldn't be done without Ivar's great wrestling abilities. Now this move was he hits those ropes and he charges at Drew McIntyre. Drew swoops him up, a scoop Michinoku driver. A scoop Michinoku driver. You know this could never be done without the help of Ivar, his insane abilities to wrestle. Okay, enough with that. So eventually, Ivar, he gets thrown outside the ring there. Eric tags himself in, and Eric gets thrown into the ring by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre throws Eric into the ring like he's a punk-ass bitch. It was hilarious. Eventually, Drew McIntyre tags out, and as soon as Matt Riddle gets in the ring there, he gets clobbered by the Viking Raiders instantly. Now, we have a move here. It's supposed to be the Doomsday device by the Viking Raiders. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm exactly sure what happens. It just fell kind of flat. Eric picks up, what's that? Matt Riddle, by the waist. A waist lock, picks him up by the waist lock. And then Ivar is supposed to jump off, gets a springboard off the ropes. This time a springboard rather than being on the ropes and jumping off. Springboards the ropes for a clothesline. The Doomsday device. But however, he did not jump in the center of the ring, the center rope part where the rope's in the center of the two, turnbuckles. He jumped close to the turnbuckle because if you jump in the center where the two turnbuckles, the ropes jump in the center of the ropes, you get the maximum amount of spring. Jump towards the turnbuckle itself? Nope. You're not going to get return energy at all. And that's what happened. Ivar hit those ropes, tried to jump turn, and do the Doomsday device clothesline. But however, it looks like he ended up bashing Riddle's ball sack. Actually, he hit him on the throat a little bit. But it was really underwhelming. Riddle kicks out of this underwhelming Doomsday device. Eventually gets a hot tag into Drew McIntyre. Drew does a huge damage again. Both Viking Raiders find themselves outside the ring. Riddle, with a massive floating bro, hits Ivar outside the ring, knock him out. Eric decides to run back into the ring. While doing that, he clobbers Riddle on the way into the ring. He runs, tries to clothesline Drew McIntyre, misses. He hits those ropes. Drew McIntyre hits the other ropes, and they meet together with the Claymore to Eric's face. And this match was over, just like that. Like I say, this match was about 6.5 minutes long. 6.5 minutes long. This was all right. This was an okay match. Moving on, we go backstage. It's a pre-match interview. Not pre-match. Pre-match. It's just friends helping this girl out. Just pep talk. It's Indi Hartwell's pre-match pep talk with Candice LeRae and Raquel Rodriguez, because Raquel wants Rhea Ripley bad, but she's got injured. She's got issues of her own. She's not cleared apparently, according to storyline. So yeah, this is Indi Hartwell. She's all upset because Indi Hartwell and Rhea Ripley, they got the same trajectory. They're both fellow Australians, started about the same time, but one thing, Rhea Ripley is always one step ahead all the time of Indi Hartwell. Rhea Ripley's been champion way before Indi. Indi has been champion, but you know what? Rhea has just been the woman much faster than Indi. So Indi wants to show something. She wants to prove to the world that yes, she's ready for Rhea Ripley. Next up, we go backstage and it's with the Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre talking about, yes, how great a match they had and their future as a tag team and possibly tag team champions. And when they said that, my goodness, we got ourselves a New Day coming back, looking fresh as ever. You know, the new look of Xavier Woods. You know. Anyways, they come back and Kofi Kingston's talked about apparently these two, Riddle and Drew McIntyre, they already have a name. Apparently, I believe the name is called the GlasBros. The GlasBros. Guess it's GlasBro, Glasgow. I don't know. Regardless. So yeah, it's like, listen, you guys come in here and want the tag team champions already? You guys are barely a team. Not just that, you guys aren't even friends. So really, and then it's Xavier Woods. He starts saying, "Yeah, I've been gone for a couple of weeks, and now the whole WWE's on his head." He says a couple of examples and stuff, and then he says even the Street Profits think they're Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. That was quite a sting. Yeah, he referring to Hurt Biz 2.0. My God, ridiculous. So, anyways, it comes down to this: are you serious about being a tag team? Why? We got to put this to the test. A challenge next week. Tag team match. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston versus the GlasBros, Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre. So that's going to be interesting, if anything. Next up, we go into the ring there with the big match. The big women's division match. Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley in the ring there. And she's got fighting Indi Hartwell. Indi Hartwell. This match was about 3 minutes in length. Now, as soon as the match starts, Indi Hartwell is still doing her stretches. So she gets attacked by Rhea Ripley. You know, Rhea Ripley's dominating this match. Just strong style. Rhea Ripley's got a really strong style of fighting. I don't mind it at all. She's just bullying, no high flying, just straight up a strong style. Just clobbers her to the ring, ring posts, the turnbuckles. She chucks her to the ropes, and then she follows him with a massive spear, huge Rhea Ripley spear. Then, of course, she tries this one more time, going to the well once too often, they might say. She throws Indi Hartwell to the other side of the ropes, the other side of the ring post, the other corner of the ring, and she follows in with a spear, but however, pulling the perfect 4-point Otis, she misses Indi Hartwell, ramming herself into the ring post, giving Indi Hartwell her chance of, trying to win and getting on top of the match. Now, however, it didn't last long. It was Indi Hartwell. They take the fight outside. Indi gets thrown face first into the post. Shouldn't work that way, not for her. And then she gets picked up, and then almost like Bobby Lashley, what Bobby Lashley does in his regular fights when they fight outside, he picks him up and she rams him into the ring post. These moves should be illegal. Should be moves where you get disqualified. But no, because Rhea Ripley didn't pick the ring up and throw it at her opponent, it's not disqualification. Not disqualification. So anyways, they fight outside for a good half a minute out there. Good half a minute outside. So referee doesn't care. Again, another match where they fight outside for quite a while. So Rhea Ripley throws in Indi Hartwell. Now Candice LeRae is by her side, her corner. Candice LeRae outside there, and Candice LeRae's all worried what's going on. And she gets attacked by Rhea Ripley. She runs back outside, knocks down Candice LeRae. And just like Monty Python, I will fart in your general direction. She puts down her. She walks away from Candice LeRae, lifts up her legs, and slaps her ass at Candice LeRae. What does that mean? Did she fart in her general direction? It's like, I don't know what that means. So she slapped her ass at Candice LeRae. She gets back in the ring. This is the chance of a lifetime for Indi Hartwell. She goes for a, inside cradle. Didn't get it. Rhea Ripley just kicked out. Rhea Ripley knocks down, just bashes Indi Hartwell, sets her up for a riptide, and that was it. Let's say about 3 minutes, it was over. Rhea Ripley with a big victory over Indi Hartwell. And however, after the match, it was shocking. I wouldn't have thought two faces would do this, or are they faces? The way with Candice LeRae tries to attacks Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley fights off Candice LeRae, and then it's Indi Hartwell attacks, so it's 2-on-1. and ending up Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell beating up some Rhea Ripley, finishing her off with the Candice LeRae giving her a massive senton, a standing senton off her back, squashing some Rhea Ripley. Even though Candice LeRae is maybe about 100 pounds soaking wet. So I don't think that would have hurt Rhea Ripley at all, not the slightest. But anyways, after that we go to the ring. It's with Michael Cole with the face-to-face with Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, apparently it's the question we all want to know. Actually, just Michael Cole wants to know, because we already know the answer to the question. And the question is, why did you attack Seth Rollins last week after your tag team match against the New Day? Or not New Day, against the Judgment Day. And obviously we all know why. If you want to get a championship match, you attack the champion. And his ego would want you to have a fight, and then the match is on. It happens all the time. It happens through wrestling history. It is what it is, and what it is now. It is what it is. So, of course, Shinsuke, with a heartfelt speech, he's pouring his poor heart out to the audience there. Unfortunately, it was in Japanese, so then not many people understood, especially me. But, however, the Canadian crowd was pretty respectable. So he's talking Japanese. And then we got ourselves Seth Rollins comes to the ring. The Messiah, all in white. One of the greatest out there. Thank goodness not wearing those ridiculous yellow Crocs, those oversized Crocs. It was so ridiculous. Anyways, so he's in the ring there, and it comes down to this. Seth Rollins says, guess what? He acknowledges what he did. It's like, what you did, it's you played me. You played me. You played me perfectly. You set me up and you knocked me out. And quite frankly, this concerns me. This whole thing concerns me, Shinsuke. Because, I'm going to have to give you what I want, give you what you want if I want to get what I want. And what I want is to beat the holy hell out of you. And what you want is a championship match, basically is what they're saying. So here's the thing. Shake my hand like a man. Like a man. So the whole handshake thing. So, of course, Shinsuke, sly dog he is, he shakes the hand of Seth Rollins, whispers something in his ear. Maybe something in English, maybe something in Japanese, But it made Seth Rollins worried. But I'm pretty sure Shinsuke said, you watch out. You turn your back and I will Kinshasa you when you're not looking. So Seth Rollins was very concerned after that. Very, very concerned. And they shake hands. Shinsuke leaves. Seth Rollins like, oh, what did he mean? What? And he turns it back, and of course, Shinsuke cuts him back in the ring there, and one Kinshasa later knocks the holy hell out of Seth Rollins. Don't turn your back on that Shinsuke Nakamura. So now next up, we go backstage with a little bit of the Byron Saxton with the Miz. And if you like to talk about the altercation he had with LA Knight the other week. So yeah, these LA Knight and Miz, it's going to be some fun stuff. These guys are top quality mic performers. They're very entertaining wrestlers. This should be a fun little, feud. A fun feud. Now here's a funny thing about this. Now, The Miz, he wants to set an example for LA Knight. So he wants to have a fight. He wants to set up a match for next week. Set up a match with a mystery opponent. But this mystery opponent, he says, is going to be bigger, faster, and more dominant than anybody LA Knight has ever faced. And we all know LA Knight has faced The Fiend already. Bray Wyatt. So what's he trying to say? I'm thinking this next week, The Miz is going to have a fight against, I don't know, a Tozawa, perhaps. So it's going to be ridiculous. Maybe even, what's that, a member of the Hit Row, or Drew Gulak. So yeah, he's going to show LA Knight a little something, a little show what's going to happen. I don't know. So Miz is going to set an example for next week for LA Knight. Having a match with a mystery opponent, we don't know. At least I'm pretty sure it's going to be it's going to be fun, at least. Okay, next up, we got our next match. This match is in women's division. This was supposed to be a SummerSlam match. Never made it to SummerSlam. And watching this match today, I realized why it wasn't on SummerSlam. It's like, wow. They probably watched them working this match and they thought, phew, you can't have that shit on SummerSlam. That's just garbage. Now, I believe Trish Stratus, she's one of the greats. She can put together, I've seen Trish Stratus matches where it's just a barn burner. Just fantastic. Just a real knuckle duster. Becky Lynch, the mom, she's got a lot of good intentions in the ring these days. She's got a lot of energy. She's a go-getter. She's a busybody in that ring. She's got a lot of hustle. But I don't know. Something's going on here. This match was very... this is level up style here. This was tough to watch. Now we got a point where the mask of Trish Stratus falls off. Becky Lynch goes to the ropes, but the referee stops the match, stops Becky Lynch for doing anything until Trish Stratus puts her back on her mask. She does this, and this is where a sequence goes in play. A failed sequence. It was really ridiculous. It was Becky Lynch finally gets to sits on the second rope there, facing into the ring. Then it's Becky Lynch. She goes for her massive, the stratosphere. She does a handstand on the first ropes and grabs your opponent by the head with her feet and throws her off. Didn't work the first time. She goes on the ropes there, I guess. I don't know, it didn't work. But second time's a charm. Second time she goes up there and Becky Lynch she goes, oh, you got me! You got me! Oh! And then she bends over and then she takes the lamest front bump off the second rope. Oh, this match, nothing but bad things to say. They fight outside the ring. Becky Lynch gets thrown into the steel steps and she bumps. Oh, bump! Ooh! Oh, it's so sad. This match, nothing. It was so depressed watching this match. This match should have been great, but it was just terrible from start to finish. Now, Becky Lynch gets put back in the ring there. Trish Stratus removes her protective mask off her beautiful face. And then Becky Lynch, she reaches in and grabs that mask. I think it's supposed to be Trish was supposed to bash her with the mask, but Becky Lynch grabs that mask. The referee grabs the mask off Becky Lynch, and the match continues with the maskless Trish Stratus. Now, we got to move. Becky Lynch loves to go on the ropes there, but she does nothing off the ropes. She just likes the idea of going off the ropes. Now, here's a perfect example. Becky Lynch, now she usually goes off the top rope and goes completely vertical, completely horizontal off the ropes. She gets no height, zero height. This is even worse. She gets on the second rope there. I always say, if you're going to do no height off the top rope, you might as well go off the second rope and get height off the second. So if you might as well jump off the second if you're going to just do nothing off the top, to at least make the second rope look good. But she goes on the second rope. She holds herself up on the second rope. So she holds herself in place on the second rope while she has her feet on the second rope, on the third rope. She has her arms on the third rope and she has her feet on the second rope. And she just lifts her legs up so she's sitting down. Zero height. And she just drops herself down onto Trish Stratus. This was the lamest move I've ever seen. Well, I've seen some lame moves, but this was right up there. Anyways, it gets worse. They're fighting for top rope supremacy, so to speak. Trish Stratus is on the second rope, sitting on the top rope, feet on the second rope. She gets Becky Lynch into the, headlock. And she goes for a tornado DDT. She spins around. Trish Stratus just ends up placing her back on the third rope, sitting on top of the third rope. Ends up with a massive second rope suplex. Wow. Well, very unimpressive. Happened. What are you going to do? So after that, Trish Stratus decides to leave the ring. She tries to make an escape, and she does. She goes to the ring there. She goes to tries to escape the crowd. Becky Lynch grabs her. They start fighting some more. And after 24 seconds of outside the ring, 24 seconds, the referee stops the match. 24 seconds. Like I say, this whole day, they've had many matches that fought outside for longer than 24 seconds. 0 countouts. So that's ridiculous. It gets even worse than here. Not only do they fight outside the ring, they fight up the stairs into the concession area where the fans go. They blocked this up there. And then they fight at the merchandise table. And then they have a spot where it's like they have a big spot, looks like they had planned, where Becky Lynch goes on top of these storage, these storage bins to give her a massive rock bottom or manhandle slam, but she gets pulled off by Zoe Stark. And then it's one sick kick later, and that was it for Becky Lynch. It was over. It was over. Her lights were out, and Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark walk away victorious, or at least feeling victorious. The match was nonsense. So now moving backstage now, Gunther with some words with his team. He feels that there's way too much insubordination going on with the Imperium. Talk to Giovanni Vinci. Ever since coming to Raw, he's been doing nothing but being an embarrassment, losing. And what's that? The Kaiser. He's been too preoccupied with the beautiful Maxine Dupree. He's been way too preoccupied. He's got to get his team back online, back in order, because, of course, next week he's got a big match against Chad Gable. Chad Gable next week. So for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, there's a chance Chad Gable can win it. It's been 10 years since Chad Gable. Chad Gable's never won individual championship belts in his 10 years. So could they start now? Or it's been 10 years, why start now? So next week, will he win? I don't know. It's tough because I think they want to give Gunther the flowers of becoming the greatest Intercontinental Champion. But he's got a lot of time to prove himself to be the greatest. Regardless, moving on. We'll decide that later. So we got ourselves a little bit Jackie Redmond trying to get an interview with Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark. And we got ourselves Adam Pearce coming on there. He's very upset with how the match ended. Now Zoe Stark came into the match, even though the match was well over since Zoe Stark came into the match. So it comes down to this. It's not over. Because next time these two fight, I was hoping it would be over. Because damn, it was a terrible time. Maybe they can outdo themselves, because next time they fight, it will be inside a steel cage, and Zoe Stark will not be able to help them out even if she tried. But even though she won't be able to help physically, we can all know that you can always help your friend in a steel cage. You can slide things inside a cage between like kendo sticks, throw kendo sticks inside a cage. Help your friend out with some weapons. Anyways, it's going to be a big steel cage match coming up. And with that, we go to our main event match. Cody Rhodes. Oh my God, he's coming out the ring there. Going
Wrestling
big.
has more than one royal family.
One.
I got a rumbling in my bowels, and I think I'm gonna blow. There's a bathroom stall, I'm finally here. The toilet's there, I'm about to blow. I ate 5 tacos before the show. Shut the door and I sit down on the throne. Whoa, I was never potty trained when I was younger. My father was never there. I did a poo today, don't have to do lingerie. I told my mother, and if you did.
That's right. Cody Rhodes takes his sweet ass time getting to that ring there, because this match was, they had a long time to film. It was this match was about 14 minutes long. 14 minutes long. This was a lot of fun, this match. This was a lot of fun. Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. A lot of back and forth in this match here. Now, in this match was hilarious. We had a moment here where, right early in the match, it should have ended right there. Should have ended right there. This is a regular match. This is not a no disqualification match. Anything goes match. No, this is not a no holds barred match. So we have why I say this. We have a moment in the match where Finn Balor is draped across the ropes here. Now, if you're holding the ropes and your opponent is touching you in any way, the referee is giving you a count, giving you a 5 count to let go. So Cody Rhodes grabs Finn Balor by the feet, picks him up. So now Finn Balor is being held up by the ropes and Cody Rhodes. Now that's he's got 5 seconds to let go. The referee's not doing anything. And then Cody Rhodes goes one step further. He kicks Finn Balor directly in the dick. That's right. He kicks him in the dick. That is a disqualifying move. You cannot kick someone in the dick. You know? That you get disqualified. You go, hey ref, what's that there? Kick in the dick. But what, you can kick people in the dick now? Pfft, what? Pfft, whatever. And Cody, why would Cody kick anybody in the dick for? He's supposed to be it's supposed to be a face. You know? Good guys don't kick people in the dick. So anyways. Referee doesn't care. Yeah, well. Cody likes to kick people in the dick. So moving on. After seeing that, it's Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley saying, what the hell? You don't kick Finn Balor in the dick. Time for some revenge. He run to the ring because, damn it, you don't go around kicking people in the dick. So they come out because they're really upset now. And Finn Balor takes out, knocks down Dominic Mysterio outside the ring. The fight goes on there. Cody Rhodes, it's like back for it. He gives Finn Balor, he starts winning, and Cody Rhodes turns things around with a massive disaster kick. And after the disaster kick, we got ourselves another member of Judgment Day hitting the ring there. It's Damian Priest with his Money in the Bank briefcase. And he gets, Cody Rhodes' attention again. So now you got ourselves Cody Rhodes against 4 people. 4 people. No, Finn Balor takes over for a little bit. He gets Cody Rhodes down for a massive coup de grace. And we all know because of the match with every match, Cody Rhodes, he looks like Cody Rhodes is getting his ass kicked. It can look like Cody Rhodes being practically dead. And he can pop up in any second. Oh, look, Cody Rhodes is almost dead. Pop up. Nothing happened. And he's fresh as a daisy. So Cody Rhodes, wow. Yeah, it's so ridiculous watching Cody Rhodes fight because, I can barely move. 1 second, next it's like, I'm rendering as fresh as a daisy. Nope. So anyways, I knew this was going to be. He gets, Cody Rhodes, he drop kicks him in the corner. He gets ready for the coup de grace. I'm thinking, yeah, this means nothing. He goes for the coup de grace. Cody Rhodes gets up pops up like a fresh like a daisy. Like nothing happened. And then he fights on. Cody Rhodes just walloping Finn Balor. Gets him with the Cody Cutter. Sets up, he's going to set up for some move. He hits the ropes there. And it's the referee. His mind somewhere else. He's looking at Finn Balor. Cody Rhodes hits those ropes and he gets his foot hooked by Damian Priest. Now it gets even worse. The referee's like everywhere. He's trying to get Rhea Ripley's trying to jump in the ring there. Referee's like, what are you doing there? Cody Rhodes is on top rope. Dominic Mysterio pulls his leg. He crotches himself on top ropes there. Finn Balor ends up with a legitimate superplex. 3rd rope suplex. Massive suplex on Cody Rhodes. Doesn't matter. Cody Rhodes can pop up for any move. So yeah, match goes on. Dominic Mysterio ends up sliding in a chair for some reason. Referee sees that, stomps on a chair, and stomps on Finn Balor's fingers, by accident or on purpose. Who knows? But anyways, the referee decides to throw the chair away, put the chair aside, and it's Rhea Ripley getting in his way. What are you doing there? You gonna put the chair away? Oh, referee, you can't do that. You gotta get through me if you want to put the chair away. Something like that. And then it's Finn Balor and Damian Priest with the most ridiculous thing. Damian Priest like, hey, want the briefcase now? Want the briefcase now, Finn? So and he has a briefcase. He's about to slide towards Finn. Finn, with his legs wide apart, gonna receive the briefcase. So Damian slides the briefcase in the ring. It slides right into between Finn Balor's legs, past Finn Balor, right to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes grabs the briefcase, smashes Finn Balor in the face with it, and then smashes Damian Priest in the face with it, and then giving Finn Balor the crossroads. Ending the match. It was, it was it. It was the match. Cody Rhodes won. Today I would proudly say, I would have told my father, I'm a big boy now. Oh, but before they can celebrate at all, it's a surprise attack. Of course it's an attack. It's going to be 4-1, but however, Sami Zayn runs to the ring with it little elbow problem and all. Runs to the ring there, try to help out with the chair. He gets he even sings out a little bit for a little time, until of course we got some help. JD McDonagh enters a fight with a massive forearm to the back of Sami Zayn's head. And then it's Judgment Day. They put the stomps on Sami Zayn, put the stomps on Cody Rhodes, give him a choke slam, the south of heaven. Then Finn Balor with the massive coup de grace on Cody Rhodes. They take the fight outside a bit with Sami Zayn, beat him up a little bit. Sami Zayn gets a coup de grace outside of the ring. That's right. Finn Balor jumping off the steel steps. And then back outside the ring, actually, Sami Zayn gets into the razor's edge, thrown through the commentating table. That's right, Sami Zayn. Ow, what a night for him. And then in the ring, not be outdone, Finn Balor goes to the top rope and one more coup de grace, finishes it for Cody Rhodes. That's right. And seems like they're a cohesive unit once again. It's the Judgment Day. So going off air, looking like champions. You know, like everything is no more, cracks in the Judgment Day, facade, so to speak. Now, that does wrap it up for this week's episode of, Raw. But, like I say. But stay tuned. Now, if you are a podcast listener, stay tuned for our coverage of NXT coming up after this break. But to our YouTubers, our YouTube, that's it for this episode. I've been your host, Lip Hazlewood, saying, see you next time on The Wrestling Show.